I just woke up to use the restroom. Milkman said that the check engine light came on and that he can really hear the air blowing out of the turbo every time that he presses on the accelerator in the slightest bit. I'm on hold. The broker we tried to get through, we're trying to contact the broker to let them know that we're not going to be able to take this other load. This load that we take up to Washington is pretty light. The problem is it is extremely hilly. We have to go over the Sierra Nevadas. We thought that maybe we could just take the one more load that we were booked on and not have to cancel it. But it's looking like that is not the case. If we break down and can't go anywhere, it's not only us broken down with a load, it's also we could be like a hazard on the road because it's 2-lane road. There's nowhere to pull over. Since it's getting worse, it's definitely not a good idea to try to take this load. I'm really bummed out because this is not something we ever want to do, is to accept a load and then cancel it. But better to let them find someone else to take this load than for us to try to take it and get stuck in the middle of nowhere. And Milkman seems to think that we can limp home. They're in Omaha, so they're 2 hours ahead of us. So I guess what I'm thinking is I will send her an email and then we'll call them at 6 o'clock in the morning. 6 or 5? Do you think they'll be there at 7? Yeah, brokers are usually there at 7. Brokers get there early. All right, this sometimes happens and it sucks when it does, but you have to be professional about it. Clearly this is escalating, and if we attempt to take this load, it's pretty clear that we're going to break down, so we don't want to do that. That's not good for anybody. All right, still not put together. We made it home. We did finally reach somebody at the broker at 5:15 in the morning. So that gave them 6 hours and 45 minutes to find another truck to take their load. So I hope that they were able to find somebody, and they did not sound too upset. They thanked me for calling them and giving them notice, but still, of course, that's never a good practice to accept a load and then have to cancel. So we contacted our mechanic, and we wanted to bring the truck in tomorrow, but he says he's only got a third of his staff working tomorrow. I don't know why. And so I asked if Monday would be better, and he said, yeah, that would be a lot better. So we're going to bring the truck in on Monday. Of course, the whole problem, normally we go the night before, but the whole problem is that the starter's not working. So once we get it started so that we can get over there, we do not want to stop it until we actually get there because if anytime it starts, when you have a bad starter, anytime it starts is a miracle, and you don't want to use them all up. So we will go early Monday morning. We're going to, what are we going to do with the other truck? We didn't ask him about it. Okay. Did you ask your son about it? Milkman's son, we're so lucky. Milkman's son is a diesel mechanic, and so we're going to ask him about it. He's almost always our sounding board.
I just want to see if this friggin' hose. This is the one we were looking at when we were at that Seven Feathers. It used to be Fat Harvey's. I still want to see, because when you hear the noise, it's coming from over here.
It is. It's definitely on the right side.
So, yeah.
And like you say, it's
I mean, you could see where it's like.
Yeah, it's worn.
There, and so, yeah, I want to take it off. And, we got a brand new one. Remember, we bought the one, and when we go to Kenworth, we'll get some more to replace the other ones.
Sure.
I think the ones No, they use the same size. They're different, yeah.
So are you thinking we'll just replace these and then try again and just drive it down the road?
Well, yeah, but we still have to get the thing.
The
before
NOx
it shuts
sensor.
down.
Yeah, that's
the NOx
true.
sensor. So,
Okay, so what did you just do?
I took this pipe off and replaced this one line here. That's, you could see where it was all, that's the part we were looking at when we were out there in Oregon, but
Right.
you could see that it's not through.
Yeah, there's
So it's nothing,
no sunlight coming through it.
It's nothing.
So you think it still might be the actuator?
Or if that's possible. The actuator has to deal with when the turbo needs to, start doing its thing, going up a hill.
Right.
Right? When we're cruising down the highway, everything's working just fine. It's when it's needed.
Right.
That's when we really hear it, and then we back off of it, and we don't hear it anymore. So,
Yeah.
It's a stupid thing is all. We're good. I'm kind of liking staying out on the west instead of running back east like we were.
Okay.
And I looked today, there were all kinds of loads out of Fontana. There were even team loads that were delivering, first thing Sunday morning. I'm just really liking being out on the west, especially with the truck issue we had. If we were back east, we'd be in the shop for probably a couple weeks.
Right.
And so being out west is just a lot easier. So I think we should just try that for a while.
Okay, so Milkman just talked to his son, who is a diesel mechanic, and so he talked to him about our problem. So now we are getting the update. Wow, we have some dirty dishes in the background.
So he says it's definitely not that there's something wrong with the turbo. He doesn't, so
not
that's
the
good.
turbo. Oh.
It's not. He definitely says it's a clamp somewhere that's bad, and so that one clamp that was really loose, the one that goes right from the turbo, that then goes to the pipes, that goes through the
charge air cooler?
Thank you. Charge air cooler, and then into the engine. He says there's a gasket in there, and that gasket he said it's been known to blow out. So that makes sense since we were driving and all of a sudden we had the problem. And since that clamp was loose, the gasket's gone. So he's thinking, but he says there's a way to check it. He goes, we could check it tomorrow. He goes, I get a bottle with soapy water in it. You have the engine going, and I spray that soapy water around, and then have you rub the engine. And he goes, we'll see the bubbles coming out if there's a leak somewhere. He goes, it could possibly be the charge air cooler, but to have it totally blowing out like that without
all
something
of a
hitting,
sudden?
yeah, that much coming out. But he's definitely positive that it's coming from a clamp somewhere.
It's an antelope on our property. Yeah, he was a lot closer, but then he saw us and so he ran away. But he's still on our property. All right, today is Sunday, and I just wanted to give an update. I know I haven't really talked to the camera for a while. Milkman has been spending a lot of time on our trees. We've been here since basically Thursday morning. We got here early in the morning on Thursday, and that's when we were supposed to go take another load, but we couldn't because of our truck problems. Tomorrow we're going into Elko where our mechanic is, and we have to be there first thing in the morning. So we're gonna get up super early and get that, try to get that truck started, and hopefully it will start we've had some issues, but we've never been completely stranded. That's why we're taking care of this, so that we don't ever end up stranded. So we're gonna get to the dealership, we're gonna pick up the parts that we already purchased long ago, and then we are going to head over to the mechanic. But we're gonna go in 2 vehicles so that we're not gonna be stuck there all day. So I don't know if we're gonna get that truck back tomorrow. We might actually get it back the next day. So we're gonna try to do a hike tomorrow. We tried to do it the last time, and when we started talking to people about going on that hike, and they were all like, oh yeah, it's still pretty packed with snow. I mean, it was warm down in the valley, but apparently this hike is pretty high up in elevation, and so it was pretty snowy still. But it will probably still have snow tomorrow, but less snow than it did back in, I can't remember when that was, if it was April that we took the truck in. So the other thing that Milkman has been doing has been transferring all the stuff that we use in the one truck to the other truck, because we've been driving the black truck and now we're going to be in the blue truck. And so I have to do that with all of my stuff too. But I can get that done tonight. But Milkman's plan is that immediately when we get our truck back, we're just going to drive back home so that we can drop off the other vehicle, and then we're going to drive down to Southern California and pick up a load. Look at that sky. A beautiful pre-dawn sky that I am not supposed to be looking at. This is not a natural hour for me to be awake. It's a little before 5, and you know, even when I'm home, I stay on my, you know, staying up till midnight schedule, because I like to stay on my schedule. Milkman pretty much does his best to do the exact same thing on his schedule. And we are going into Elko, and we need to be there first thing in the morning so that the mechanic can have the entire day to work on the vehicle, work on, you know, this truck that needs a starter and a fan clutch. So I'm driving the pickup, Milkman's driving the blue semi, and I got confused. So yesterday I was doing all kinds of stuff, and then all of a sudden at like 11 o'clock at night, it dawned on me that I too had to drive at 4 o'clock in the morning. And so I wrapped up everything that needed to be wrapped up, and so I got to bed after midnight. So I only had I set my alarm for 3:30, and then of course, you know, when you feel like you have to get to sleep, that's when you're lying there in bed wondering if you're ever going to get to sleep. And that's how I felt like last night, although it probably wasn't as bad as I thought. Anyway, if the mechanic thinks he's going to get it done today, we're going to try to go on a hike, which I haven't been on a hike in 1,000 years, it feels like. So I'm actually really, really excited to do that. But if he like right off the bat is like, no, this is going to be overnight, then we're going to come home, because I'm sure Milkman has stuff that he wants to do here. I have stuff that I want to do at home. And that's why I never go hiking. Because when I'm at home, when I'm in the truck, there's no hiking. And when I'm at home, I'm always busy working around the house. So look at that Nevada sky. The problem with fragrance sensitivities is that you are affected by everybody else's choices. Somebody else makes a decision to wear heavy perfume, and then you walk by them, you sit in the same chair that they sat in, whatever. Now you're gonna get sick. you know, the soap at rest areas is usually really fragranced. And so we don't use their soap. I just really rinse long and hard with water. Not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, I walked into a bathroom and yeah, I could smell the fragrance that was going on in the bathroom. I walked into that bathroom, I did my business, I washed my hands with only water, and I came back out and Milkman accused me of using the soap because he said, you smell, you've got fragrance on you. Just from being in a place with fragrance. And the next day, he threw up 3 times. Look at that. This is so beautiful. I'm not sure the camera is capturing it. All right, we are just getting into Elko. It's a little after 7 in the morning. We were supposed to be here right at 7, and we didn't quite make it, but I think it'll be okay. All right, Milkman, I didn't know how to get here. And so he was following the gray pickup and he got a little behind. He followed the wrong one. So he's not here. You have 2 parts of mine that I bought a long time ago. It's been sitting here. One is a starter and the other is a fan clutch.
There's your copy on that one.
All right. And so I'm all good?
Yep, I'll push this out for you.
Oh, okay, sure. I mean, I can do it and bring it back.
That one's pretty heavy.
Okay. All right, thank you so much. You have a good one. All right. So now to figure out where Milkman is. We made it. All right, I got the parts. All right, now we're on our way over to the mechanic. I don't see anybody. It's 10 to 8, so maybe... I sent Junior a text a little bit ago. I said, we're here. And he said, awesome. And that's all he said. But it's all closed up, so I wasn't sure if anybody was even here. Oh.
So, there is somebody here now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hello. We I guess kind of have an appointment. We talked to Junior and sent him a message last Thursday that we wanted to bring our truck in today. We have a starter that's like touch and go. And then there's also a fan clutch. It also needs. And so we have the parts. We bought the parts from Kenworth. Okay. It's all ready to go. It just needs you and your expertise. Now, do you have any idea if this can all be done today?
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to Junior yet.
It's too close.
Oh.
There we go.
So the question is...
Yeah, he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
So,
Because, yeah, that's what I was wondering.
well, he told me to ask Junior.
Yeah. That's a 2500.
What, this one?
It's like ours, but it's a short bed.
It's a short bed. I know, I noticed the same thing.
There it is. Yeah, that's it. So I went to try to start it. Gosh, the starter was just spinning, but it wouldn't engage. And I kept trying and trying and trying, and it finally engaged. So it was like when we came in here, it was, yeah, don't shut it off. And it's like, oh no, we need the new starter, man.
Yeah,
that was our sign, you know.
So, is there a possibility that you might get it done today, or where's this?
I think so.
Okay.
If not, I'll let you know, kind of like midday.
Okay.
If it's like something crazier.
Okay. What is that?
It's just a little flyer.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Our black truck now, the turbo, it's releasing a lot of air. It's not on the exhaust side, but it's releasing a lot of air, like when it spools up, like when you're pulling a hill.
Do you hear it?
You can really hear.
We can hear a really high pitched.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Do you guys check your turbo boots?
I did do the boots, but there's
it's probably gonna be a hole in the CAC.
What's the CAC?
Right in front of the
the charge air cooler. Okay.
Oh, the charge air cooler. Okay, it wouldn't be that possible. That little
It can also be that little pipe that goes.
Yeah,
to
the
turbo.
little pipe right
Yeah,
there.
with the little clamp.
Because
Yep.
when I checked it, when we were up there in Washington, I had to crank down on it a couple of times, and so there's a gasket in there, right? That might have possibly blown out or not.
Yeah, it's a seal.
It's a seal.
Yeah.
So, but you guys, you're able to pressurize it all, right?
Yeah,
To
we can
find it all out?
pressurize it.
Okay.
Another little cool thing you can do is just have one of you guys just floor it, and then just soapy water.
Just a soapy
Yeah.
water. Okay, that's what my son was saying. So
Yep.
that's just try that, and that way we'll know where it's. Okay.
All right, we're back at Kenworth. We apparently need a water pump.
Let's hope they have it.
Yeah, we're hoping they have it. Okay, here we go. Thank you. We need a water pump.
A water pump.
And maybe this hose.
I've got it.
Oh,
Yay! Okay,
Excellent.
so then, so this is up. This is the passenger side. You can see there's the,
It's the hose that's going from the surge tank. That's true, yeah.
Okay, so we found the surge tank. We had that, and we matched it up, and it looks like it's just the 1-inch heater hose.
okay,
He was saying guessing like 4 feet of it.
okay. What do you
I
think?
don't know for sure.
Oh,
but
whoops.
I
How
think
about
that's
how about if, I was thinking around 4 feet too, but what if we go 5
5.
to
Be
be
safe.
safe?
Yeah, and then
And
they
then,
can. All right,
very
thank you
much.
both so much. You too.
Thank you, you too.
All right, so they had all of the parts we needed, or that we think we need. You never know if they're going to find something else. So, kiddo, you said you were hungry.
Yeah.
There's no Panda here, but they do have a Chinese restaurant. Do you want to try it?
I'll try it.
Okay. I don't think you realize how hot I am. Look, snow. That's where we're going. If we're going. To a place with snow.
Still, we're gonna go to that Chinese.
Yeah, we're going to Chinese food first.
You
You're
know,
right,
you-
by the time we're done, that we're not gonna... All right, we're back at the mechanic, bringing them the parts.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what's the prognosis time-wise? Is there any hope of getting it done today, or is it going to be tomorrow?
No, there's hope. I got the fan hub out. He's putting the starter in now, so
Okay.
it's going.
We might still be able to get the truck back today. So we are not going to go home because it's a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
And instead, we're going to go hiking. Woohoo! But first, we're going to Chinese food.
Okay.
It's gonna be too hot to go hiking.
Okay, we're just going to go up there. And then if
Okay.
it's too hot, then we don't go.
Okay. So now the plan is to go down there to Southern California and grab a load for back east. Preferably Jersey, where there's a lot of stuff that
Yeah.
goes on. That's the ticket. But so we really don't have to pick a load up until Wednesday, because it's not going to deliver until Monday anyways. And so that way we can leave early tomorrow evening and be down there first thing Wednesday morning, so I could start running the board to get us a load.
There was some other issue that the water pump didn't come with like some gasket or seal or something that it needed. So, but Junior is still hopeful that they can get it done tonight. Lugnut had another class that I had forgotten about, so we never made it to the mountains, much to my chagrin. All right, we got our truck, it's all done, and so we are celebrating with some DQ. Whose idea was it?
Me.
Okay, everybody, cheese!
Cheese.
Hold up. You! Change of plans. Milkman does not have enough hours left. One of the hours rules is that once you start driving, you have to stop after 14 hours and take a 10-hour break. And all of this time that we were off, that they were working on our truck, was not 10 hours. So he started driving at like 4 in the morning. He does not have enough hours on that 14-hour rule to get back. So he's gonna drive the pickup and I'm gonna drive the semi, and that's how we get around that. All All right, we made it home. I don't even know, what time is it, kiddo?
What time is it? 8:49.
8:49, so it's a little before 9 o'clock. We left the house this morning at little after 4. So 4 to 9, I don't know, that's 12, and then what, 5? So 17 hours. That is a lot of hours to be gone, you know, from home, and it was really hot in Elko, and we kept trying to get up to those mountains to do a little mountain hike, and Lugnut had so many classes, and then we kept having to go back and get more parts, and then we had to keep eating. It wasn't meant to be. I was so sad because I've really been wanting to do that hike, and it's not a big hike, it's like 2 miles, but it goes to a lake, and it's supposedly really, really super beautiful. But anyway, we made it home, and so tomorrow basically we're finishing up getting all of our stuff moved from the black truck into this blue truck now that it's ready to go. The new plan is that we will probably not go down to Southern California until Wednesday night, which is tomorrow night. We were originally going to do it tonight, and then I said, you know, Milkman's got so much stuff that he's trying to do out here, and I said, you know, he was looking really stressed out this morning. This is a holiday weekend. It's July 4th on Friday, and so I said, why are we trying to get down there for a Wednesday load? We've got if we get a Wednesday load, we're not delivering until Monday. And if we get a Thursday load, we're delivering on Monday. So we might as well just get a Thursday load and have an extra day at home and get everything done without being so stressed out. So that's what we're doing. But right now, we are hooking up to the trailer just to make sure that we don't have any problems with any air leaks or any other problems that might arise. It's always good to do this early and not at the very last minute. And now we're going to check the tractor protection valve. This is not something we do very often. The DOT inspectors have really been cracking down on this. All right, folks. I wanted to just make a quick summary of the next 7 days because this video is already super long. What happened was on day 6, we tested the tractor protection valve because I had been watching videos, trucking videos, and we saw a lot of videos of inspections where they were really talking a lot about the tractor protection valve. And so Milkman said, we need to test this because we don't test it every time. And here's the issue, is that there are 2 parts on the truck that are referred to as the tractor protection valve. One of them, they're both supposed to protect your brake system in the event that you lose your trailer, right? If you didn't hook up your trailer perfectly, didn't do your tug test, and you lose your trailer as you're going down the road, both of your air lines and your electrical are going to, snap off. So there's 2 problems with that. The red line is your emergency line, and so it's going to be letting all of that air out just constantly. And so we've got that red valve in the truck we push it to supply air to the trailer. So that one needs to pop out. And the sooner that one pops out, the better. But it doesn't say so in the green book. The other issue is that there's a valve that is connected to the blue line. Now, this is the line that when you are pressing on the brake, it's we call it the service brake. So when you're actually pressing on the brake, it applies air and that sets, makes your brakes go on the trailer as well. And so that one is also supposed to not be bleeding any air through. And so you've got this part that is related to the red line, and that's on the firewall in the engine compartment. And then you've got this other part that is related to your blue line, your service line, and that is right there in the back of your tractor. And when you ask a mechanic or anybody else about the tractor protection valve, they could be talking about either or both of those parts. And when you get pulled in for a DOT inspection, they kind of check both of these at the same time. So what this book says is not extremely clear, and it doesn't really distinguish between those two different parts on the truck and the two different ways to test the tractor protection valve. And so because of all of this, we spent an entire week trying to fix a problem that was not a problem. And so it was really, really frustrating. So we're skipping ahead to day 14 when we're finally actually on the move and ready and heading out to go get a load. One more thing, since we didn't go anywhere in the truck this full 2-week period, we've got this montage for you that includes all of the bridges that we went across on our last trip in Washington State, and there were some pretty cool ones. So we made a montage just of the bridges. We hope you enjoy it. All right, so we're on our way and it feels good to finally be getting going. So thus ends our 2 weeks of sitting around not knowing what is going on with our truck. It's been rough, but hopefully it's over with and we're gonna head out and make some money now. So thanks for watching and we'll catch you next time.